box. So that's a bit of a silly one from me. It turns out it is Nugu. That makes sense to me. He's overall performed a lot better. He's had moments of strong laning phases. Going to be a little bit hard into a Tristana this game, but had strong laning phases into the likes of Glory. Hasn't translated into any wins, but it's better than not really having anything, as poor Emo has sort of just struggled to have an impact at any moment of the game.
Yeah, very true. But hey, this might be the game where Tom Rio can lead his team forward.
VCS repatch notes challenge impossible. Maokai phase rush is kind of bad now. Full AP Maokai, not good. His tank build is still strong. It's still a complete nuisance with the saplings, but he doesn't get to just nuke people anymore, and yeah, that's good. That's a nice, healthy change overall, but teams gonna keep building phase rush.
Yeah, let's see if he can get any value out of it. But yep, VCS read the patch notes challenge is one that they will always fail.
The only one they ever read is, did Lee Sin get buffed? Yes. Slam him.
Lee Sin all day, every day. The Vietnamese players absolutely love that man. As just early on, I'm looking where the junglers are going. It is going to be the same clear path for both of them, as they both will finish their clear on the bottom side. Maokai a little bit ahead at the moment. Doesn't have to do those Krugs. We could have a bit of a gank to the mid lane.
Yeah, Tommy, I'm just going to try and shoot some pressure.
No chance, though. Like, it's just
there's good instant setup with Nugu. Flash body slam is very hard to react. Caps has shown that it's possible, but it's not the easiest. And a good early scouting ward from Emperor has made this. It's rough for him because he doesn't want to overstep, but he lets Tomrio know he's on a ward. And okay, hello spot. That's very
okay. What's just happened?
You are not tanky. You can't do that. You didn't go aftershock. You can't do that. You can't get away with that. And SBTC went there was no communication.
That's so silly. That was really silly. That is showing a sub coming in. Let's have a look at this replay. This never works.
Yeah,
never ever.
The bot lane is just not in position to respond, and without aftershock, he's just not tanky enough to go for that dive at this early. That's small mercies as it went to the Blitzcrank, but that could be an early pair of Moby boots, and Zodiac starting to influence other lanes if he wants to. But yeah, yikes.
Yeah, that's not a good first showing there by Spot. Hopefully they are able to recover. The bot lane of SBTC is actually still doing okay, able to get this shove in and get a good back timing there for Vin Boys. So I don't know how explosively it's going to affect the lane, but it definitely isn't going to make Spot too happy.
Yeah, we'll see once this wave is cleared, roughly how far. Vin Boys is only about a wave behind, so it's with that assist, that's kind of him back to parity, and the lead is just what little lead was there is lost, and that's only between the other carries. There's also gold onto the Blitzcrank, which, you know, not so hot. You can see the early bags coming through, and he's gonna just be out and roaming on the map, especially once I hit 6 and can be as safe as she likes with that Featherstorm.
We do see Enfer struggling a little bit in this matchup. Has been chunked down. Thankfully, his team is doing a great job with wards and the like to make sure Tom Rio will never be able to find a path onto him. Ooh, okay. A trap could be sprung here.
Tom Rio should see Spot first before he even makes the call, so... or not. But
they might.
Yeah.
Okay. They thought about it, but they're not going to pull the trigger. Good job there from MBE. Just back away. Don't need to go for a 2v2 under a tower at 5.5 minutes.
No. The last thing you want is an accelerated Fiora, just because she will eventually control the side lane, but it's not gonna happen straight away. And you want to get the most out of this Renekton for Sunma as you can before, the Fiora moments start to happen, and being able to back early and get an early Iron Spike Whip should be good for that. Not quite.
So
Not quite
moving forward into this front bush, you can see how scared they are of this Blitzcrank, and you can't blame them. Very spooky champion to lane against, but all is well down in the bot lane at the moment as Slows and Vinboys just happy to farm it up, farm up a storm, get themselves out of lane.
Mm-hmm. And now, no more Graviton means that threatens from Tristana to roam to the bot side are a little bit less impactful. It's a bit hard to make the gank stick without Spot or the Graviton, because there's no hard CC coming in through there. There's a lot of damage if D1 shows, but right now he's just happy stacking his call, pushing and getting a CS advantage, getting about 2 waves at this point, and just hitting the tower. He's Tristana. That's all he wants to do. Walk up, hit the tower, mine some plates. I'd love to get a quick look. It seems like he's mined at least one, if I can read through the pixels correctly.
I'm not sure. We'll have to see in a little bit. A Spot is making his way down to the bot side again. This might just be a counter gank angle, because I really don't think there's anything to make of this one. He actually got spotted as well, so they know exactly where he is on the map.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of Finboys and Palette just want to shove, want to try and get a reset in, so that just want to keep the man there just in case they get ganked while they're overstepping. They should have potentially tracked Tomrio down to this part of the map. Spot goes to get... Okay.
Flash for flash. That's fine, yep. They got Zodiac's flash, burnt Spots. A little bit of a non-event.
Yeah, a little bit of nothing. Now with the reset timers, that's just a good, easy response dragon from the side of NBA. So they're going to come out of this looking pretty happy. They have a small gold lead. They have a dragon lead now. It's looking up. It's looking okay at 8 minutes.
Yeah, so far it's all right. As you said, Tomrio will pick up this dragon, getting the Hex Tech under their belt. Will probably be traded for the Rift Herald, as SE's bot side has come up. If they drop that in mid lane, potentially, Tristana can use it as a great opportunity to mine some plays.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if... I think they showed Emperor a little bit early there. I know he kind of wants to just get as much farm under his belt as possible, but if he let a couple minions die to the tower and waited a little bit longer, maybe they could have faked out the bot where the bot lane was going a little longer and made NBA walk across, like, have the wrong lane assignments that they really didn't want, and open up the 2v1 at the top side where you can crash the tower and use Aphelios to mine a ton of plates. But in the end, it's not going to amount to too much. Bit of free time for both of the laners of SBTC while NBA adjusts.
Yep. Yeah, it's just a bit of standard Australian laning for a little bit. Zodiac just going for the Hex Flash. Just constantly being a threat. He's going to go clear out the control ward. Tomrio there backing him up, making sure he's able to do that safely. And now the junglers are back on this top side. The players coming in. Lovely Feather Storm from Slows will turn it off. Never mind, the Maokai ult coming in. They're on top of the Blitzcrank. Should be able to pick him up as he sends out the lightning. Down he goes. Spot low. Ooh. Oh, a lovely play here from Tomrio. Moves forward, takes out Vinboys. Dia is here, but the health bars are looking anemic. Down goes Tomrio. He can't even get the kill onto Spot. Slows, last man standing. And it's a lovely little 2-for-1.
This is not gonna stop as Emperor's on the wrong side of town. He's gonna pop.
Emperor just caught and taken out.
Yeah, he just a little bit of everybody in the top side gave some room for the bot side play, and Slow's getting a little bit lucky there with his Feather Storm catching Dia1 in the jump, so couldn't really follow up. And this starts off okay. Everything lands onto Zodiac, which means that you can still get one kill out of this, but the response from Tomrio, and even just how long it takes them to kill Zodiac, and then they just get greedy. They try to get Slows as well, and that gives the angle for Zodiac to really just pop off on here. And it's really just lucky Dia gets this huge burst to save the plate, but on the other side, Emperor gets a little bit greedy for a plate, and Sumner just finds a good room.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, just flashes in. Emperor can't really do much about it and does go down.
Yeah, slight mistime on the robust. Bit of a mind game against the Renekton of playing around that auto attack, but doesn't get it right, so can't find a stun on Tanugu and attempt a way out of there. Doesn't burn Ghost though, so very obvious. It seems like he was very much aware that it was a done deal.
He does. He certainly looked that way. I can't quite read the gold difference. Unfortunately, I've got a bit of a low quality stream at the moment, but
It's
should be fairly close.
It's about 200 gold.
Okay, so very, very close. No worries whatsoever. Teams just, once again, both junglers on the same side of the map. Has been really, really good from Tomrio. Just reading Spot like a book.
Yeah, it's a little bit of who's reading who. Spot's sort of just stalking Palette now as Palette and Vinboy, so maybe it's not that hard to read. You could probably catch someone out by just Spot going anywhere else for half a second. As Vinboy, he's got good guns to make a fight happen if they want. They're just trying so much. NBA are just, I think they're very much aware, and it comes to that.
Yep, it only catches onto Zodiac though. The Feather Storm from Slows keeps him safe.
Okay.
And then they just walk out.
One day.
Herald summoned.
One day I'm going to remember correctly, like fully remember without having to think, which one is Twisted Advance and which one is Nature's Grasp. I will get this right eventually. But as it is, I'm like, okay, both of these are graspy spells. Both of them are naturey because he's a tree. Yeah, I'll get there eventually. But as it is right now, Sudler just doing a bit chunked.
Yeah, Emperor's not been having a great time in this lane. He did get counterpicked after all.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do. It's not the best matchup in the world, and that is a Blade of the Ruin King. So that's why that's hurting so much. That triple proc, that triple auto attack instant proc on the Enhanced Ruthless Predator is just insane amounts of trading and burst damage. So some are going to be not a very good front line, but he can absolutely assassinate someone if Palette isn't on point with the polymorphs or wild growth. So gonna keep an eye on Sun to see if he can be that big threat this team needs to turn this into their first win. Right now it's a small gold lead for the side of SBTC, but the Dragon advantage should realistically balance that out.
Yeah, realistically. It's very close. Oh, flash forward. They're going in immediately onto Slows. A hook to pull one threat away. Palette might be in some trouble on the counterattack as MBE's on the way, but no, Tomrio gives him the kick. It doesn't have the follow-up. So that's actually going to be SE just evacuating to their tower. 1 kill under their belt.
Timed it beautifully, getting in just before that Featherstorm was up, and also managing to take that fight and get away cleanly while giving Dia so much space. Instantly takes down that turret because Tristana Wiki. And Bia are going to try and respond with this dragon.
But Spot is here.
Committed. He still has that ultimate, so this should be a very easy contest for SBTC.
Yeah.
I understand why Palette's scared, but Vinboy has no need to beat this.
They're just going to give it up. They just decide they don't need it. All right, fair enough. I do agree. I think they could have contested, but they're just going to give it over to NBA. They don't want to lose the game over a dragon that they don't think is necessary.
But why? Summer didn't even have teleport. I just don't understand. Like, if you were worried about a teleport advantage, maybe, but Slows was dead. He was walking in from base. No teleport, real teleport risk. Maybe Summer walks down, I guess, but okay, this is just going to be the play on to Slows. As said, his Featherstorm isn't quite up yet. He lost a little bit long because Vinboy tries to double dip and throw his ultimate at Zodiac, see if he can get anything done there. But it does save Palette, I suppose, and now it's just all the objectives falling into MBE's hands. And Here comes another one, and will they contest this one? Emperor is not around, so probably not.
I don't think they can contest it. They might be able to take a fight on the way out, potentially. But I think they're just going to let this go. MBE, once again, getting another objective. SE kind of getting caught flat-footed.
Yeah, this time around, they sort of saying we're trading this Rift Herald for space for our Fiora just to try and get her back into the game. Because she's down a little bit. She's down a kill. She's down a fair number of CS. And if she can crash this wave and potentially take out this tower, because after all, it is Fiora, that's worth. You've already gotten first brick. You're picking up a tower, which is the rough estimate of that Rift Herald anyway. You're working out okay.
Yeah, it's fine. They are starting to build that gold lead, as you were saying. Tomrio up the top side. Wouldn't be surprised if he just jams the Herald down. Oh, they're going to go on the D1, but the buffered jump will keep him nice and safe.
Buffer jump is good, but you can see it's half his health bar. He has to back off pretty much completely, especially if Tomrio is up here. They probably don't even need the Rift Herald up here, so they just give the tower to Sunma, get the enhanced recall, and Zodiac's just up there in case Dia has any thoughts of coming back, seeing Tomrio back off, but no, just this Renekton currently working out, being a nice strong lane for the side of MBE to play around. And it's getting them a little bit of gold back into this game. Still waiting for that big actual team fight to take off. But that's might be a while away as
yeah, we're just chilling.
Just the jungle situation for Spot is not the best. Has a few assists to make up for it, but he's slipping behind in the CS. He's got the demonic embrace, which as I said before, it's been nerfed a little bit it's definitely nowhere near as effective on Maokai as it used to be. So maybe just trying to get a bit more of these tank stats under his belt before he wants to actually commit to a full 5v5.
Yeah, we'll have to find out how they do want to play that one, as it has just been Farm City. It's been a quiet game so far. Only these 6 kills, very low for VCS standards. His Herald will be summoned up. Not going to get the full tower, but we'll get a good chunk onto this mid lane.
Bit early.
All 5 members of MBE's here. They're actually just going to try and push forward to get the full tower, but the Maokai ultimate will dissuade them for now. They can't push into that one, and the mid lane tower will stand for now.
Yeah, the threat of the hook was enough to help them get it a little bit more down, but they're not able to break the mid lane tower, and sidewave pressure is just insane on this comp. If either of these side laners are left alone with a tower, they can do so much. Dia's probably dead.
Probably, but they are
Now
calling
Emperor's
it a
probably
TP.
dead.
I don't know why they've called this TP. Emperor arrives and immediately gets the hell out. Shutdown secured for Nugu.
Yeah, on the other side, Sunma had his TP interrupted, so Emperor gets to leave. But as it is, Dia just getting caught out, and a teleport kind of wasted for the side of Sunma, but it's also traded by Emperor, and Dia 1 still has his teleport, so they will still be able to play around TP advantage in this upcoming dragon fight once he spawns.
They will, and I think this is one that SE kind of have to fight. I don't feel like you want to give Soul Point up for no reason.
Definitely would not be a fan of giving Cloud Soul over to Sunma and Slows. That works really well on their champions. Being able to get that Dominus straight into the into the Renekton Ruthless Predator. Flash Force.
The flash.
Ophelia
Assault comes in, does land onto 3, but they just don't have the numbers there to actually fight it. So MBE will walk away. That's a big ultimate to expend right before the dragon.
Yeah, Fiora currently setting up the wave to make this pincer maneuver possible. They still have the Nature's Grasp, so the engage can come through, but currently the zoning from Nugu has been pretty good, and here comes the fight.
Yep. Enpa is going to block the escape, and here they come. The Wild Growth immediately used on the spot, but he just goes down. Can they trade it back? MBE, Tomrio's low, he'll die. D1 getting some resets, moving forward, firing the cannon. Has the double kill, and you know he wants more. Does he pull the trigger? Knows where that hook came from. They're chasing them. They're corralling them. He goes over. Big triple buster shot. Huge damage onto Slow. Summer's going to try and do something about it. Trying to reposition well is DL1. He's still alive. He finally falls. Just the Crocodile now getting cut down. The MBE bot lane on the run, but guess who's here? It's Vinboys. He's flashing forward. Finds one auto. Finds two. Needs a third. Hits it with the snipe, and only Slows will walk away.
Only Slows walks away. A bit of a hero attempt from Summer being able to kill DO1 and basically in that 1v3 at the end. But if he had that fully completed gold drink, he might have been able to get away with it. But Emperor does not. Okay, Emperor just wants to inflate his solo kill stats. That's all I'm saying. He has a reputation to live up to, and this starts off looking pretty rough because it feels like at this stage, Gragas is more tanky than Maokai. Maokai just can't get involved, but resets do come through from Dia and are able to pop off on the backside of the fight. Plat kind of, I think, is trying to stop his mid laner from going crazy with that blast cone, but the good buster shot keeps them in range of Enpa and Palette. But Summer just commits himself to the fight to just try and get his ADC and support out of there. He trades his life, and Vinboys will clean up Zodiac, but you did save Zaya, so silver linings? That was the attempt. That was the... Yeah. Saving Private Slows did come through.
We come back to live, and Summer has been caught out. Can he try and get a one-shot? No, he can't. And the Chakrams will rain down, and Vinboys pick himself up another kill. And Marby, I think this game has been cracked open like an egg.
Yeah, that seems to be it. Once the 5v5 comes through, Spot playing on the edge, they're going to lose this tower, but it doesn't really matter. It's a little bit back for MBE, but they still have the potential Dragon stacks. They only lost one. They have two more to get, but the gold lead, it's not actually that bad yet. It's only 3,000.
It's more about where the gold is.
But yeah, that is a big Aphelios. That's a big Tristana. Slows should be a little bit stronger at this exact point in the game, just on the items, on the item breakpoints. Navori compared to Bloodthirster, but I don't think Vinboys is long to be without his Infinity Edge. Should be coming just up shortly. So, and then Dia's on his model crit enhancer too. So
exactly. That is two ADCs that are looking very, very strong for SBTC. Definitely not done and dusted for MBE. They definitely have ways to get back into this one, as you said. But look at the gold there. That is looking a little bit concerning.
Yeah, it's all red at the top. It's all good for SBTC. The red team is the blue team. Man, this bloody...
Well, to be fair, it's the orange.
Just swap the graphic. Just swap it around.
Well, SBTC is orange. Anyway.
If it was still like Season 2 and the red team was still purple, I'd be okay. I'd be fine with it. But we've long since moved past that. Just poking in around the Baron. But it's so hard to start up. It's almost desperation to start it up at this point. Mm-hmm. Actually, it just would be a true Hail Mary. I don't love what Summer has done, which is split the difference in the worst possible way. He's gone for the Gore Drinker, which will make him a little bit tankier, but it undercuts his ability to just Prowler's Claw and remove Vinboys from existence. So, yeah, not the biggest fan of that. Yeah, I just...
MBE forced out of their own jungle. Yeah, I agree. Forced out of their own jungle. SE in full control of this top side. They have all the vision around Baron. I don't think they're going to start it, as you said. 45 seconds on this dragon. I think they will just try and reset, then go get some vision in the bottom river. As Enpa. Ooh, Enpa could be in some trouble here. Oh, yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. He's going to put the grand challenge down. He can't find any space, though, and that is going to be Enpa dead for dragon. Silly, silly play.
He just wants to hit these towers, but in the end, the tower will fall. It's just going to Dia instead, because he's being left alone. Zodiac hunting. Narrow. Any other rift, and that was a dead spot.
Yeah, they're actually going to start the Baron up. This is actually really good here from MBE, in my opinion. They're seeing the opportunity.
Oof.
It is green-white, not too bad. Lovely Maokai ult goes across all of them. Zodiac's taken a lot of damage. Dominus already popped for Summer. Dia 1 on a good flank. Spot can get into the pit as well. Has that flash. How are they going to do it? Baron secured. They have to go now. Spot moves forward. He's got 5 on top of him. Flashes over the wall. Manages to get out. Dia 1 has to use the jump away, but they're bearing down on him. Jumps again with that first kill coming in.
Here's Emper.
There's a good knock away by Dia, but he's going to pay for it with his life. On the other side, we have Slows doing a lot of damage onto Vin Boys, but now the rest of SE are here. They're chasing forward. Can they get onto Summer? He's low. He throws out a stun. He buys space, but only 2 Baron buffs will get away, Marby.
Yeah, they pick up a couple in what is the started off as a 4v5. They pick up the tower as well. Enpa was dead, but they managed to delay long enough to get him back into the fight. Now there's a dragon available. NB is out on the map first with the resets. I don't think though. Yeah, if it was Tomrio and Slows, maybe they'd have the ability to chunk it down enough to maybe get away with it, but not with Zodiac. And Zodiac and Spot does a good amount of disruption here and puts Nugu into a rough spot where Yoshino can run him down. It's not the ideal guns for this sort of fight, but once it trades over to the red-white, he's able to 1v1 Slows on the other side, and Enper being able to teleport in and assist.
We have a fight around this dragon in the picture-in-picture. Enper knocked away. Zodiac's gonna fall. Dragon secured.
Yeah, okay, that's yeah, not great. They tried to run away, and okay, that's a lot. Hello, Spot from
Slows
down.
Yeah, over the wall. Dia 1 can't actually find his way onto Tomrio. A little bit too slippery on this Lee Sin. He's going to take away that red. No, never mind. Smited. And despite the Baron being picked up for MBE, it's gotten a little bit rough.
So, 2,000 gold Baron power play for the side of Team SBTC. SBTC Esports having a really great Baron this time around, as Nuku is going to die as well. Dia 1 a little bit rough, and ooh, that was the wrong target.
It was, but they are going to turn around, get a kill onto Spot. He's actually been having a bit of trouble this game. In here, on the table, Summer moves in onto Enpa. They're doing a lot of damage. They need to evacuate. Tomrio boots him. Doesn't quite do enough damage, though. Buster shot knocks the Renekton away, and SE will get out safe.
Sunmo is still a terrifying crocodile if he can get on top and stay on top. Enpa manages to slip away, but they weren't able to save Spot, so this will put an end to the push from SBTC, and recover a little bit of gold, but that's still, yeah, as joking, 2,000 get Barrett, 2,000 gold to the side of SBTC over the course of the Baron. It's was not the best Baron out of the side of MBE, and they didn't get anything. They got the gold from the Baron and then lost everything else.
Yeah,
they're just trying to bait
not what you want. Yep, Hex Flash, Hook doesn't land onto Vimboys, who has a massive shield as well, with that Lulu beside him, so not too stressed.
Overheal Bloodthirster is back, baby. We're gonna have to. I want, honestly, at some point we're gonna have to start seeing Serpent's Fangs building against Aphelios, because this is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, honestly.
Give Serpent's Fang Grievous Wounds just to deal with Aphelios, so you don't have to commit 2 items to this man. He heals so much. He gets such a big shield. And yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good for SBTC right now. They have all the time in the world to close it out. The Baron going to the side of MB pretty much just means SBTC can't end faster. But they still have decent siege. They still have good setup. As long as Zodiac doesn't land the King Hook onto Vinboys, yeah, it should be lights out.
Definitely should be. As they are just going to do this 2-lane and turn into a 3-lane push, even with Enpa moving down to the bottom side. Vinboys, so incredibly threatening.
Setting up the 1-3-1 could be a risk, especially if NBA wanted to overload like this, perhaps.
Hey, they try and go in onto Dia. It works, and he just gets exploded. Maokai buying space, but it is 4v5. They'll get the inhibitor, but I don't know if they can get anything more.
Yeah, it's a good Grag Assault to stop.
The hook has come out. In goes the Aphelios ult. They blow up the Blitzcrank. Spot manages to get out as well. And now Enper moving forward. They're going to clean them out. That damage from the Aphelios, absolutely absurd. Nugu, next one to fall. Under the towers they go, and they've aced them out of nowhere. And the game goes from bad to worse to done, as SC will pick themselves up game 1 over MBE.
It looked like it was about to be a bit of a good haul, but then Zodiac just oversteps. He wants to land that hook onto Vinboys. He wants to get it going, but he misses the hook.